One of the big things that I liked about Lofty is that when I was on other CRMs, like I don't want to name any per se, but some of them didn't have the ability to do the automations that Lofty can, right? Where I'm having to manually send out text messages. I'm not able to do like conditional formatting inside of the plans where it's like, hey, if they're pre approved, send this message. If they're not, send this message, right? So when I first got into Chime or Lofty, right, I noticed right away, I was like, wow, this seems to be the closest thing to the all-in-one package I've seen through everybody so far. And I immediately started just testing it. I'm like, okay, what can we do? Will this work? Will this not work? And I found out that most of the stuff I wanted to do actually worked. Yeah, so I was at a previous brokerage and using their brokerage CRM, it was okay, but like I runs very specific personalized tailored campaigns, right? So I want to run like a 12-day auto text campaign, but I don't have the auto text functionality. So now I have to go back to my task list and manually send all of these texts. Well, if you have a large database and you want these people on these personalized campaigns, it takes up most of your day. So the fact that Lofty was one of the few CRMs that was still allowing auto texting, and the fact that we did 10 DLC compliance on top of it to verify that number, I was like, well, this is a game changer, right? Because not only now am I doing auto text, but I'm doing it from a verified registered business number. So my texts aren't getting flagged as spam. And I'm able to get more deliverability. I first got onto Lofty, I was transferring a pretty large database of about 1,200 people. So it was overwhelming, right? It was very overwhelming. And I think every agent experiences this no matter what CRM they're on. But the cool thing about Lofty was when the very first time I set up on it, like they've got you with a pretty good step-by-step setup process. So it's very self-explanatory. It's not like a lot of other CRMs where you just pop on it and it's like, here you go, here's a blank CRM, right? Lofty's got this step-by-step setup. They help you get your website going. They provide awesome templates. I'd have to say that out of all the CRMs I've used that have website functionality inside of them, the templates that Lofty has are significantly more modern. So that saved me from having to go to WordPress and build something out. I finally had something inside Lofty or inside my CRM that was good. It looked good. It works great for lead generation. But I think my number one favorite thing was the call recording function with the AI assistant, because we're always out on the road. We're showing houses, we're doing stuff, and somebody calls in off of a listing sign and they're calling my Lofty number, right? That's the key, is you got to use that Lofty number. But they call that number and then I answer it and I don't have time to leave a note. Well, when I get back, it's going to show that call log. I can add that lead name in and that conversation is right there, ready to be summarized by the AI assistant. So it takes a lot of that of our back. Cause I mean, I'm sure you've probably been there where you're driving down the highway, you get off a really important phone call and you're like, oh, I got to get off on this exit and park at this gas station and type all these notes. Well, I don't have to do that anymore thanks to Lofty. I just get really excited about that because it's email open rates and deliverability is huge inside of Lofty because you guys are already whitelisted with AWS. My emails that come out of my auto drip campaign rarely land in spam, right? Where other ones, they didn't go through that process of getting whitelisted through their servers. So a ton of these drip campaigns, well, not only do a lot of the pre-generated drip campaigns have a lot of spammy language in there that hits spam filters, but because Lofty's whitelisted with AWS, these emails get through. So on my old system, I won't name the name of it, I had about a 16% email open rate. I finished last year with a 38.6% email open rate, which if you guys know anything about email stats, that is huge, absolutely huge. And I give all the credit to Lofty because guys, this is coming from their server, right? It's just proof that Lofty really cares. So my Lofty website generates leads for me organically because of the SEO optimization possibilities that Lofty gives us inside of that. And actually, that's another favorite thing. I'm just going to gush on Lofty for a minute. You guys just recently upgraded your SEO capabilities, and now we have another very step by step. So even if you're not techie and you're hearing me talk about SEO and you're like, oh, I don't know what's going on, like this will walk you through it. And then we have better SEO optimization. So now I'm showing up on Google results a lot quicker, right? So there's just so much on the back end that I think Lofty focuses on to make our websites more functional and doing the job for which they are, which is to be visible on the internet and generate leads. They're doing it better than anybody else's. I've been using like the listing blast, right? So I'll get a new listing, and another awesome part is Lofty automatically creates my landing page, and it's pretty. It looks good. So instead of going onto Facebook, and now there's certain times where you still would want to go on Facebook and build your own ads, but when we're doing a just listed, coming soon, price reduced, or just closed, it's one click through Lofty. You can change what the messaging says up front to if you want to, or not. But it's just one click and you get it going. And it's really cool because they show you on there what your possible average cost per lead is. And it's pretty accurate. I get my listing leads from my listings when I use this Lofty function, and I'm getting them from $6 to $10 a lead, which is really competitive based on just running your own ads on Facebook. So the mobile app is excellent on both sides, right? Because we have the mobile app for us on Lofty, which is absolutely key. Like if you're going to use Lofty, right, you have to have the mobile app on there because once again, we're using that Lofty personal number to be effective, right? So if I get a call and I have the Lofty app installed on my phone and somebody calls my Lofty number, well, I know that that's coming from Lofty. If I make a call out of the Lofty app, it comes from that number. If I text a call from the Lofty app, it comes from that number. So we eliminate that thing that I know all us busy realtors do, right? Where you're scrolling through that text message to find that lead that texts you and you didn't save them in your phone. Well, now that's all right inside Lofty because of that phone number. Now the app, the Closely app, that's a game changer. I send every single one of my clients to Closely app, and I've actually even created my own welcome email inside of Lofty. Like we have our generic ones, but I created one in that really points people to that mobile app because if we're doing this properly and we're setting up our clients on automatic property alerts and home reports, when we send them that app, we've literally made it easier for them to look at homes through our system than it is to go on realtor.com or Zillow, right? Which is where a lot of us agents, we lose clients because they're on Zillow and they're like, oh my gosh, I see this house. I got to see it right now. They click contact agent button. Next thing you know, your client's out with another agent. So this Closely app makes it so simple for them to search for homes, and we get to send them their tailored home search every day, that when they want to go see something, they just book the showing right off the app, and I never lose them to any outside ecosystems. I was doing a Lofty call today with my group of agents, and we were just talking about transactions, right? And Lofty has integrated transactions or transaction management software inside of the Lofty platform, which is another great piece of it. But I can automate my past client follow-up based on their close date. And I have so much options inside building that smart plan. Like, I was talking to the guys today. It's like, hey, when my client closes on a house, I update that transaction, and then I have an automatic drip campaign that'll send an actual letter to their house a week before their home anniversary, letting them know it's time to schedule their annual review. Oh, and by the way, keep an eye on your doorstep because I'm dropping a present off, right? And then here comes some crumble cookies. And a lot of people think like, well, maybe you're going to have to go write that letter and send that manually. No, I do this right inside of Lofty, literally right inside of Lofty. So there's not very many CRMs out there right now that offer print marketing services. And on top of that, I can send a postcard for cheaper through Lofty than I can through other, competitors like that, where I'm spending $2 or more on a postcard. I'm getting it for like under $1.70 through Lofty. So not only is it price savings, but it's extremely convenient to be able to do direct mail marketing, digital marketing, all through one platform. Me and my business partner at Apex Elite AI, Alex, and I, we are actually starting to explore the open API features of Lofty, which is super cool that you guys actually do an open source API, because now we can generate agentic workflows that integrate inside of Lofty with using other artificial intelligence technology. And once again, nobody else is doing this. You cannot do this through the other CRMs. So the fact that Lofty is so tech forward facing and understanding the value of open source API is huge. It's absolutely huge, and the majority of the industry is sleeping on that whole aspect right there.